Hey guys, and now it is time to read Chapter 4. Some of the other bus kids turned out to be in my class too. One of them was that Jim. That Jim I hate. Mrs. made us line up. Then we followed her to our room. Its name is room 9. There were other kids waiting by the door. When Mrs. unlocked it, everyone squeezed in at once. That Jim stepped on my new shoe. He made a scratch mark on my tiny toe. The kind of scratch that licking won't fix. "Hey, watch it, you dumb Jim!" I hollered at him. Mrs. bent down next to me. "Let's try and use our quiet voice while we're in school," she said. I nodded nicely. "I hate that Jim," I said in my quiet voice. After that, Mrs. clapped her hands together very loud. "I want everyone to find a chair and sit down as fast as you can," she said. That's where I ran to the table with the red chair, only guess what? There was already somebody sitting there! A girl with little red fingernails. And so I tapped her and I said, "I would like to sit here, I think." And she said, "No, I am." "Yeah, only I already picked that chair out," I told her. "Ask my mother if you don't believe me." But the girl just shook her head no. And then Mrs. clapped her loud hands again and said, "Please, find a seat." And so I had to sit down in a stupid yellow chair, the same stupid color as the stupid yellow bus. After that, Mrs. walked to a big closet in the back of the room. It's called the supply closet. She got out boxes of new pointy crayons and some white circles. Then she passed them out. We had to print our names on them and pin them to our fronts if it was our first work. "If you need help spelling your name, raise your hand," said Mrs. I raised my hand. "I don't need help," I told her. "Grandma Miller says I print beautifully." I made my Junie too big, and there wasn't any room for my B, so I had to squish it very tiny at the bottom. "I hate this stupid dumb circle!" I hollered. Mrs. made that shh sound and gave me a new one. "Thank you," I said. "Grandma Miller says I print beautifully." The girl with the little red fingernails was faster than me. She showed me her circle and pointed at her letters. Lucill. "That spells Lucille," she said. And there's, I think, Junie writing her circle. And that's Lucille. "I guess that name of Lucille, I like that name of Lucille," I said, "because guess why? Seals are my favorite animal, that's why." Then Mrs. passed out drawing paper, and we drew pictures of her family. Mrs. put a happy face sticker on mine. It was very good, except I made my father a little bit too teeny, and Mother's hair looked like sticks. And then Mrs. took our class on a walk around the school. Everyone had to find a buddy to walk with. My buddy was Lucille. We held hands. The boy I could beat up was right in front of us. His buddy was Jim. That Jim I hate. The first place we walked to is the media center. My mother calls it the library. That's where all the books are. And guess what? Books are my very favorite thing in the whole world. Hey, there's like a jillion of them in here. "I think I love this place," I hollered really excitedly. The librarian bent down next to me. She said to only use my quiet voice, "Yeah, only guess what? Right now, I just like the kind of books with pictures, but Mother said when I get big, I'm going to read the ones with just words. And also, I'm going to like stewed tomatoes." The boy I can beat up said, "Shh." I made a fist at him. Then he turned around. After that, we went to the cafeteria, except the cafeteria is where kids eat lunch, except not when you're in kindergarten. I said, "It smells yummy in here, just like pescetti and meatballs." That Jim turned around and held his nose. "P.U. I smell you." he said. Lucille laughed very hard. I stopped holding her hand. The next place we went was the nurse's office. It's a very cute in that place. There are 2 little beds where you get to lie down. And our nurse doesn't look like a nurse. She doesn't wear white clothes and white shoes. Our nurse is just a regular color. Lucille raised her hand. My brother said that last year he came in here and you let him take off his shoes and he got to drink water and just his socks. That Jim turned around again. P.U. I smell your feet, he said to Lucille. This time Lucille stuck out her tongue at him. After that, we held friends again. All right, so next up we'll meet the principal. Bye.